This segment of In the Field Radio is brought to you by Tattoo Shop Radio, Culture Shock, Wapter Music FM, powered by Zeno.fm, with additional monitoring through online radio box.
It's In the Field Radio, y'all.
Everything's real in the field.
On 91.3 FM, WVKR.
Welcome to In the Field Radio. I'm Erin Boogie. I'm here with Miss Lady D.
What's going on?
And let's just get straight into the tea this week.
Yo.
It's a lot.
I was excited that you wanted to talk about it because I commented on it.
Well, okay, so I have like several different sides. So what happened was Half put up a post saying that he ran into someone in Harlem that said that the only person that they've ever heard of is D. Weathers, but there's a lot of talent in Poughkeepsie, and so that the other artists need to go harder.
Yeah.
Like, I think people
definitely
have to, like,
in the comments, people, they mentioned Zach gatekeeping. They mentioned that people supported. Now, here's the caveat to where I was like, hey, people are supposed to, support Poughkeepsie things, and word of mouth is important. Where people feel like they did do that with Tito Montana. Like, people put a lot of effort into certain artists who didn't close, in their opinion. So what do you think about that? Where, we're tired. We're tired of just supporting people wholeheartedly. We did that, and you guys didn't make it. And we're tired.
Well, not for nothing, like, I have a different view of support. I don't feel like support is free.
Right.
So
they have a point. You know what I mean?
Well, it's like, I think people in this town will not support something, whether it's good or not. And we've experienced that with the radio show, right? So people will support their clicks things and not anything outside of that. And that's that crab in a barrel mentality that keeps everybody down, because you should support something because you like it and you believe in it. So, like, I think Tito Montana makes good music. Mm-hmm. And I think that he's gotten a lot farther than other people in this town. He's another one that's toured overseas and had records with big names and, making videos that are super high quality and out there doing his thing.
Right. But I feel like it wasn't enough.
Well, and I was going to say, but then what is enough? What becomes enough to people? How do you define success? How do you define on? Like, because not for nothing, I see some of these older dudes too are the only ones that have ever kind of looked out for the younger generation and like had them hop on songs and recognize talent and maybe had them in the studio,
invested in them monetarily.
Yeah. I mean? So I feel like it's like, you could say that somebody like didn't make it, and it's like, but you also, like, are you listening to their music because you like their music? Or are you listening to that person because you heard their name and you think if they get a wave, then you could get a wave? Because there's a difference. And I think people should just support what they like. If you like something, it doesn't matter if your friends are messing with it or if it includes your friends or not. If you like the song, you like the song. And that's it. Like, support good music and put, like, that's what helps. Like, it helps people when their hometown is behind them. And I remember when Jig dropped that first tape? Uh-huh. And it was like, you couldn't walk anywhere in Poughkeepsie without somebody bumping his tape. And it was like old heads, young heads, in between heads, girls, guys. Everywhere I went that summer, people were bumping his tape and people really got behind him. And look where he is now. So it's like, he might not be.
That's what I'm saying. If that person's going to sit there and say that and not know who Jig Nice is, that was an opinion. That was not an opinion that you should have took for anything.
Well, but that's funny. The other thing too.
You mentioned the same thing.
People don't necessarily understand what people are doing if it's just not on social media or it's not in their face or they're not tapped in. So just because you're not tapped in doesn't mean that people aren't doing things.
And that's what I said at the end of my post, that success and popularity are not the same. They're not synonyms. You don't need one for the other.
Nope.
So you can't get upset about stuff like that because it means nothing. I would rather be successful and be out of the way.
Exactly. Exactly. Not everybody's meant to be the star out on the stage. Some people are meant to pull the strings behind the scenes. And to be honest, it takes a real one to be able to sit behind the scenes and do what you do without the recognition of the person who is, like a songwriter. Somebody out there is on stage as the star repping your music. And it takes a special individual to create something, because creatives are different. When they create something, that's like their baby. And now you're taking that baby and giving it to someone else and helping them on their journey to stardom, while you sit in the back and work in the shadows and people might not know your name. It takes a special individual to do that.
Yeah, I mean, it just takes somebody who's actually chasing the bag, like, or who knows what's going on. But I love that about our show, because our show showcases that. We find this special niche of artists that are like successful. They're making a living off of music. They're in all the festivals and stuff like that. And it's like, if I went and asked about them down the street, they probably wouldn't know their name. And that's okay.
I was just going to say, and you know what is crazy though too, is that our listeners tap into our show and then they learn something. So it's not like you're just hearing new music and learning a new song. You're also learning something that, it's like a little bit of an educational piece that goes along with just hearing a new song.
I just wish that I received this message like back when I was younger. So when I wanted to do music when I was younger, and I'm writing songs and I'm like 13, I'm like, oh, I'm not going to be able to write enough songs to sustain a music career. Like, I don't write enough songs right now. Or I would compare myself to, like, unless you're a Jay-Z or Beyonce, you're not going to be able to sustain the life that you want being a musician. So I just put it out of my head. Like, this is a hobby only. And
then you grew up and found out that there's levels to it and you can make a living.
There's so many directions and pathways. Yes. And I just wish I knew that. So, and people still don't know that.
I think, to be honest, I think that's what hinders a lot of people's careers in the music industry, is the vast amounts of knowledge that it takes to be successful. And if you don't have that, any little misstep, or, you don't register your song the right way and you're not getting paid, even though it's being played all over the radio, or if you know what I mean? Like, there's just like such little nuanced aspects to this business that not everybody is aware of, and they don't necessarily even have access to the information. It's crazy that, we say with the internet that information is right at your fingertips, but not always the case. Yeah, man, I wish nothing but success to everybody out there trying to make it, because, man, this road it's not the easiest path at all. It's really difficult, and it's littered with a lot of shady people and shady situations and crazy stuff. So shout out to anybody that's out there just trying to make their way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I comment on things like that, because it's good that people start getting like introspective and they think about what they're not doing. That's good. But I just don't like when people, you can't let everybody get in your head. Like 90% of this is mental. I think Michael Jordan letting people get in his head, like he getting in other people's head.
Oh, speaking of Michael Jordan, did you see that movie Air about the Jordan Nike deal?
It's in my watch list.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Oh, I bet.
It's so good.
Yeah, like, and that was my response to it. I'm like, yo, how you letting this person, whose man's is this?
But I think sometimes those things, sometimes when it gets in their head, though, it serves as like a motivational purpose almost, and I think that's okay too. But just don't, like, I feel like if you're gonna let something like that, like a simple post on Facebook, get under your skin, then maybe this isn't the right business for you. Because you got to learn to tune out the BS, because it's everywhere.
Yeah.
You hear 99% of the time you're going to hear no. I mean, and that applies to us too on the radio. Like, we understand the plight, because, there's plenty of times where we've sent out interview requests for artists and it like nothing, not a response, not nothing.
We get denied for press coverage, all type of stuff.
All the time. You get more no's in this business than you will ever get yeses, but it makes those yeses that much sweeter.
Mm-hmm.
do this because you love it and do it because it's fun for you. Don't try to model yourself after what somebody else is doing, because that's the whole crazy thing about this, right? Is that like there's, everyone wants the blueprint to success, and there isn't. Everybody that we've talked to has traveled a different path to get to where they are, and that's the cool thing about our show, is that we get to highlight all the differences. People always took a crazy different route to get where they are than you would ever think.
Well, Nano, yo, it's crazy that you say that, a different path than what you would ever think, because I'm going through editing this interview of Ayo Driver that we're about to play tonight, and had no idea. And honestly, listening to it, knowing that it's like an old project of songs like that he just had from mad long ago, or that he released as a mixtape, now it makes sense that it sounds the way that it does. But I am excited to hear his newer stuff, because I feel like he's a good songwriter. Like, I would write with him, but I was like, this sounds dated. But then it is dated. That's why it sounds like that. So it's a great interview.
And I was wondering too, I was like, man, he just like dropped this album, but I didn't see anything like really behind it or whatever. So it was like cool that he came on the show and was like, no, this is not new material. It's just me re-releasing my old material to get it out into the streaming era. His interview, I was feeling like I personally was in a rut with In the Field Radio. It's been a tough road for us the last like year-ish, maybe longer. And so it's not always easy to do this, but his interview was one of the first that I had done in a while. And he came in with such positive energy and was just like such good vibes that it kind of reinvigorated how I feel about what we do. So I will forever be thankful for that, because sometimes you hit these walls and it's just hard to keep pushing.
And he had really cool stories.
So yeah,
and with people you didn't expect to hear, and I'm like, what? So super funny, and it's cool. He's a genuine guy.
Yeah, I was super appreciative of him coming through.
In the Field Radio, E Boogie, Lady D. We'll be right back.
Hey, are you thinking about starting your own podcast? Well, you can stop overthinking it, because the hardest part is actually getting started, and that's where Buzzsprout comes in. Buzzsprout makes it easy to launch your podcast and has already helped over 100,000 people just like you start and grow their own podcast. With Buzzsprout, you can have your show listed on all major platforms like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and more. You'll get a great-looking podcast website, audio players you can embed on other websites, detailed analytics to see how people are listening, tools to promote your episodes, and more. Stop waiting. Start your own podcast today and get a $20 Amazon gift card. All you have to do is click the link in the show notes below. This lets Buzzsprout know we sent you, and it helps support our show. Welcome back to In the Field Radio. I'm Erin Boogie. We got a special guest in the building, introducing Mr. Ayo Driver.
Yeah. You know what it is, man. 845, the whole 914, whole New York. What up, man? Stay in your lane out now, you heard? Make sure y'all go download that, man. All digital platforms, man.
All right, so let's get into who Ayo Driver is.
Okay.
Introduce yourself to our listeners who may not be familiar with who you are.
All right, listen, man. Ayo Driver. I'm from Poughkeepsie, New York, man. I've been here for I moved up here when I was 5. Originally, I'm from New York City. I moved up from Yonkers, and we moved up here when I was 5, and I've been here ever since. So PK been my home since I've been here. And I'm an underground artist, unsigned, independent. We got a whole Busy Boys music group. It's like a label. Me and my brothers, my cousins. It's a family thing. I've been doing this I've been rapping since a youngin', but I've been doing this for 20 plus years. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can add that up. I ain't giving y'all that. But, yeah, I've been putting in my work, man. I started off, my first actual kind of show was at the high school. Shout out to Poughkeepsie High School. They used to have the talent shows. My brothers put me on stage to rap. And ever since that, I just been, I always loved rapping since I was wrote my first rap when I was probably 9. 11 or younger than that, but it was just I had spit it to my brothers and them. They was like, "Oh, that's good. Make some more. You nice." And ever since then, my cousin, I turned 15, 16. They was like, "You get in the studio," and it was golden from there. After that, you know, I made my name honestly through battle rapping in the city, like, cause you know it was back then. It was more competition. If you was an artist, if you was a rapper, you had to prove you was a rapper. Like you couldn't just be rapping and be like, oh, if you suck, you suck. And you can't be like, yo, I rap, and then you rap something. They like, nah, that's trash. But I had to really go into the field and test my skills. So we had like little rivals back then. So you know, we kids, it was like we had like a big thing. Like it was in my city. It was at that time. It was big. But you know, we used to fight with these guys or whatever. Like, so they kind of wanted to battle. Like, so it was like they team versus my team, and yeah. So I had my first. It was this guy. Shout out to Tantrum TV. He used to be like the smack of 845. Like he used to walk around and catch people that rap, do videos for them, stuff like that. Yeah, he was a real. He helped me with my out, like basically bringing me out to Poughkeepsie and to like other cities and stuff. But yeah, he had captured us having a battle. That was like my first battle ever. Shout out to Nunu. I battled Nunu like in the hood somewhere, and that went crazy. So they was like, since I beat him, they like, yo, you gotta battle my other mans now. Nah, this time for real. Cause we put money on, you know how the money gun. The first one, he ain't had no money, so it was just like one of those, we just gonna battle. You know what I'm saying? So that went my favor, I guess. So they wanted to get their other man. He's like, oh, he the best, he better than him, he the best. So whatever. Then we did that at track, and it was just like an epic night, man. And like that's what really got my name like out there in my hood, like more or less. And then I was doing freestyles and stuff. So on the Tantrum DVD, shout out to Tantrum. You know what I'm saying? We put like a little mixtape out and stuff too. But yeah, since then that's when like I started my music. And I went off to college, kind of slowed down a little bit. Then I came back, got back into it. Yeah, so, but, you know, Ayo Driver came from that, and then I linked with my manager at the time. His name was Big Doug. We call him Bags Baby. Shout out to Bags Baby. But he had introduced me basically to Top Cat, and Top Cat was like one of Kiss friends, and then we got in tune with Jadakiss and all that. So what happened was, I'm gonna keep it simple. This is how really the Ayo Driver thing came about. Because I was TNT at first. That was like my name, my original name. My nickname was TNT. So what happened was I had went to Kiss man's crib, and he was coming to meet his mans at, you know, Kiss was coming to Top Cat crib, whatever. So long story short, my mans is like, yo, I don't know how I'm gonna get you in the crib, because they know me, but they don't really know you. So I'm like, yo, he like, what I'm gonna say? So he sitting there, he calling me like, yo, look, yo, I got my driver with me. I'm like, what? I ain't your driver, bro. Like, don't stop playing with me. He like, nah, look, all this time I'm gonna get you in. Yo, I got my driver with me. He good? It's your driver. The kid start laughing like, yeah, bring him through type shit. He thinking probably like I'm like an older guy, some shit like that. I come through. I'm a young, wave spinning, little, you know, fresh guy. I'm not no driver. But the guy, he started laughing like, this your driver? Like, I'm like, yeah. So I ended up meeting Kiss, and I get introduced as his driver. So he's like, he knows me as driver. So he's like, all right, that's your driver. We gonna call him driver. That's driver. All right, whatever. So at the end of the night, I done rap for him. He's like, oh, you nice, woo woo. He like, yo, my man's like, yo, his name, he ain't my driver, bro. His name Tony, like, that's his name. His name Tony. He like, nah, I ain't called his name. What? Don't say that to me. His name is Driver. I'm like, oh shit. So ever since then, it was Driver. But to me, it was like, it may have been like a little funny joke, but I really needed a different, like, I needed my own lane. You feel me? So, cause TNT is like, when you try and do business and you put the name like in the LLC TNT, mad things will pop up. Like you put Ayo Driver in it, pretty much I'm the only one that's gonna pop up. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So Driver, Ayo came in from, alright, we got Driver. He like, dang, bro, he not respected Tony. I'm like, man, it is what it is, whatever. He's like, Driver, bro, that's just gonna have to be a new handle. So we like, alright, whatever. We go to these people crib, do a freestyle. So before I start rapping the freestyle, my mans go, Ayo. And then they're just like, Ayo Driver. It just went crazy. So it was like, that's my name. And since then it was just like, you know, shout out to Kiss. He stamped it, so it was just like, he's one of the top guys in the game, so I'll take it. And plus I heard he gave Nicki Minaj her name too, because First she was Nicki Minaj. He was like, nah, I call her Nicki Minaj. But you know, now look at her. So I looked at it like, okay, maybe this is something I could use to better my business or go further. But yeah, that's where Yo Driver came about, and then I started doing mixtapes and stuff with my DJ Primetime and DJ Odyssey. We had both of them at the time. We was doing things, and Primetime had this thing called Fish Grease in the Streets. It was getting real crazy. Like New York was tapping in, everybody was tapping into the mixtapes, and I had this song called Let's Make a Chop, and Body That Man featuring Jadakiss, but he was just on the hook. It wasn't him per se, but we used his voice, Body That Man, make other. Yeah, we called that one. So that I did a show at the Chance upstairs, and it went crazy. Like mad college kids popped out because we was doing college parties at the time too. It was like wow, stuff going on. But that really got me my driver name popping and stuff like that. And then I also did an interview with This Is 50, and that one got like 10,000 views or whatever. That was a minute ago. I had Tony Yayo and Sophia DeBody was there from Canada, I think, and that was like my introduction to like that type of vibe. But I dropped my Stay in Your Lane tape. I just put it out in the streets. I didn't put it nowhere else. Now it's like a digital era, so I just re-released that. Stay in Your Lane's out now, so I'm trying to release I'm trying to give you from old to right now. So everything I've done, so y'all can see my growth and see where you know what I mean, where I'm going with it. But yeah, I put Stay in Your Lane out now. I got more stuff coming. I got me and my cousin got a tape coming. It's called The Driver on the Dawn, All Gas No Brakes. Shout out to Picasso Don. He got a EP out right now. It's called Scriptures. Y'all can check that out too. Yeah, but y'all get a chance, man. That's a Yo Driver, man. You know, that's where I came from. You know, I'm a family man. You know, been outside for a while. You know, and just trying to make something happen. Just trying to stay consistent with this thing.
So let's talk about it. Stay in Your Lane is out now.
Yes.
You said it's an old project.
Yes.
And you decided to make it new again.
Yeah, ain't nothing new. Listen, old is still new because nobody really heard it. So it's like, it's old, but it's still new.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's definitely, I just put that out.
Old to you, new to them, right?
Thank you. You know, I didn't listen to all my songs, but nobody heard them. So it's like, I'm just flooding everything now. I got a lot of songs. I'm just trying to.
So Lady D couldn't be here today, but she sent a couple questions. Okay. And one of them was that the project had a great beat selection, which she's a tough critic. So that's a big compliment.
Yo, and I appreciate that because we put that together, like, for real. Like, we went to different producers, got different sounds, you know. We knew what we was trying to do with that. Like,
and that's what she wanted to know, if you worked with producers or if you got them off the internet.
I had, honestly, at that time, it was more or less, it was kind of like, producers wasn't as accessible as they are now. You had to really, like, know somebody that knows somebody that's doing something, like, yo, he's good, he's not. So it was like, we kind of got referred a lot, and my manager, I don't know how he would find these people, I'm not gonna lie to you, but he would find some dope producers, like my son, Mr. Adams. He produced like most of that most of that Stay in Your Lane EP. He's dope. He's on the hook of This Is My Life. Shout out to Mr. Adams. I don't know where he at right now. I think he in LA, but he's dope. He a singer. He was like Drake before Drake. Like he could but he conducts music, he sings, he was fire. But yeah, he's mostly on that. And then I had like a few, like I think probably Gabe's on there and a few other like people like we met just throughout doing music. Like some people referred us. Some people he knew of through other. I don't know. He kind of got all the producers because I didn't really know nobody at that time.
Yeah.
I'm fresh from college. I was just like, I was following because he had the wave. So I'm like, yo, listen, you know what I mean? I had one. We didn't use none of them though, but I knew like two. Shout out to VI. That was one of my producers before I met Doug. Like he would get me right with certain things. And shout out to my son Shamari. You know what I'm saying? Because he used to go crazy with the beats too. But other than that, just really like only a few other people. I didn't know too many producers like per se. But yeah, he found all of those producers and made that thing.
What about now? Are you working with producers or?
I work with a lot of different producers now.
Shout some of them out.
Yeah. Okay. Shout out to right now we got Young Zach, definitely. Y'all know Young Zach have Panoramic Films.
Oh yeah,
Half. Yeah. Shout out to Half. He got some things going. I'm on a lot of that. So I definitely mess with Half on that, and Shamari, of course. I don't know why I can't get what he go by, but they know I'm talking about when I say Shamari. But shout out to Shamari. He's like my cousin type time, but he got some dope beats. I usually go to him if I really want some original beats. I go to him pretty much. And VI, like I said, shout out to Verbal Iceman. He's definitely dope. Who else do I use? Oh, my son. Dang, I got some dudes from like it's the internet, so they like from like Germany or Russia, and
that's pretty dope.
You feel me? He gave me like a drill beat. I got this song called Strap. I can't remember the name, dudes. I gotta remember his name, but shout out to Russia. He from like Russia or something. He sent me some fire, man, like crazy. Like he be having some fire, like. And then this my other man.
That's like the blessing and the curse of the internet, because that's fire to be working with people in Russia.
That's what I'm saying. I would have never thought, like, they be really listening. It's like, oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, no. Like, Europe and hip-hop, they love Europe. They
love
hip-hop
right?
over in Europe. It's a whole different thing over there, because they're behind us. So they're still listening
they just
to.
Getting into 50 Cent.
Yep.
In the club.
But a lot of those like older hip hop acts, they'll exclusively tour in Europe because they'll sell out festivals and stuff over there.
You know what's crazy? I was just telling somebody that they'll give you the bag. That's why you gotta get your passport. Like Canada, they'll give you the bag. You just gotta pull up. But they want to hear that raw natural. You know what I'm saying? They want, like, that's why I feel like the Wu-Tang is forever goated, because they just. That's real. It's hip hop. I'm out of here. Wu for life.
You don't have to tell me about Wu-Tang.
Look, Wu-Tang forever. Man, Wu-Tang forever. I love Wu-Tang. Have you seen the series?
Yeah.
I know you've seen the series.
Of course.
Yeah, because that was dope. Shout out to Dave East too. I feel like he did good as Method Man.
Me too.
He did good.
Yeah.
And, I really like that actor that played the chef. That's my boy. He be going crazy.
Shamik Moore, right?
He's
Is his
nice,
name? Yeah.
Bro. Who else did he do? Oh, that's why I get him from the Get Back with Nas.
Yeah. Yep.
I was loving that. That was dope. Like, he a good actor to me. You know what I'm saying?
He was in, what is it, Boogie Down or whatever on
Down,
Netflix.
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. And then what else?
It?
He was in that. What was that movie? Oh, I wish I could remember what it was. Where they're out in LA. Remember A$AP Rocky's in the movie?
Oh, I was just watching that on Netflix.
And like Chanel Iman. Oh, I can't think of what the name of it is.
Is it not? It's not Knockout. I'm
gonna look it up.
It was on Netflix. Yeah, it's on Netflix. I just seen it too. I can't remember what it was.
I feel like that's where he kind of got big from.
Too, yeah, fact.
But I don't know. I think he's super talented. I really want to see more from him. I feel like he kind of got pigeonholed.
I like him because he really nails his character.
Dope. That's the movie.
That's what it was. Dope.
Yep.
He really nails his character though. Like, I ain't gonna cap. He really, he's dope, man.
So with the Stay in Your Lane project, what do you want people to feel when they listen to the album?
That EP for me was like to take people on a roller coaster of different sounds.
It is very diverse.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to be so like simple. I wanted it to be wild. I wanted it to be like you go from here to here to there to there. So it gives you street. It gives you alternate, like the alternate. It gives you different vibe. Like, it gives you the like with My Life's a World Tour. That's like.
Is your life a world tour?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Well, not right now. I'm kind of like, I'm not as young as I used to be, so it's not it's not.
Heard
like,
you.
Yeah, you feel me? It's not like that right now. But I mean, as far as like, you know, when you're going through things, yes, it is a real tour because you go through different stages in life. You feel what I'm saying? So I would say but it's not as much as back then I was talking what I was. Yeah, I mean, different cities, different. We was outside. You feel me? I'm young. I'm outside.
What's your favorite city that you've been to?
Keep it a stack. I gotta say Atlanta. Atlanta's always a good vibe when you go to Atlanta. They show you love.
It's such a community vibe down there.
Yeah,
it's
like
so
with
different.
The music more like
yeah.
They give you and no matter of fact, I'm gonna keep it a stack. Texas. When I first went to South by Southwest, that was dope for me because it was like all independent artists, even mainstream artists with it, but it kind of give you that. It's like Atlanta on crack. You feel what I'm saying? Because it was like everybody's right here. Whoever you want to see or you need to meet, they're right here.
Did you perform at South by Southwest?
That's my cousin.
Dope.
So
That's
I got a chance
dope.
to be on the stage. Exactly. So it was like my cousin Twan Do, shout out to Twan Do. I was actually, when I stopped messing with my manager, I had got with my cousin because he do music and stuff. So Twan Do, he from the Bronx. So he had like a situation, and we ended up going to like, you know, Texas, Cali. We went everywhere. Like we went on basically like a world tour, just on some independent thing. Like, and it was dope for me because I got to get different experiences. Like Texas was really a dope vibe for me because I met a lot of different people, and like I met Sway, I met, like, you just get to you meet different people you would never think, like, you gonna, nah, I'm saying, like, nah, oh, but in there, sitting there to talk, they in your face, you could talk to them, you know, so it was like, it was dope for me. It was a good experience, because I didn't never, it's all for independent artists. This is like, it's all catered for independent artists, and it was like, it's just so, it was such a good vibe. Like, you could walk down the street, get an interview, freestyle. I was interviewing, I caught a freestyle on, I don't even know who radio, I don't know who it was, but we started rapping, so it was just like, it was just that type of flow. It was a good free vibe. So yeah, I say Texas, Austin, Texas was definitely a dope vibe for me. Texas, period, because shout out to my people in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. Skinny Luciano, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Skinny. He be doing this thing out there. Like, you know, my son OG Tropicana. Shout out to OG Tropicana too, man. They show me love out there, man. All my Texas guys, y'all know what it is.
What are some mistakes that you made early on in your career that you hope other artists are able to avoid?
I'm gonna keep it a stack. I have a problem with being overly humble. And that kind of is like, it's good and bad at the same time, because it's like your pride kind of gets in the way almost, because you feel like you one of them, you feel me? Which you are, of course, but like really you're not, you feel what I'm saying? Because I didn't achieve those accolades yet. So it's like, I didn't mean it, like, but it's just like, I probably could have used I could have maximized my situations more better. That's what I feel like. And staying consistent, man, that's really the key, is really staying consistent. I know a lot of things happen, but if you could try to stay consistent in whatever you're doing with your music, most likely you're going to get to where you're trying to go. You're going to get them eyes on you if you stay consistent, because they're going to like, oh, that work ethic shows a lot in this game, you feel me?
What's the best piece of advice you've received on your way up?
Let me see. Kids told me to be humble, because people like you. And I was just like, as I told you, I'd be overly humble, but he was like, basically we had a situation, and he was just like, yo, bro, you gotta relax. People, like, they like you, Job. Like, you gotta check, because I got a little, you know, a little heated about a situation, not with him, but it was more or less with a situation involving him, but not with him. But it was just like the guy was kind of acting a little unusual. So I kind of like, you know what I mean, reacted, and he was like, I should have kind of held my, basically he was telling me, like, hold your composure type shit. Like, hold your composure. And he was like, basically, yo, people like you. You're gonna, like, in this game, I don't care how nice you are. I don't care how talented you are. If your personality is not right, you will not get far. Like, if you got an ill, like, it's not gonna, like, people are not gonna want to work with you. They don't care how.
I don't think people understand that. I think that's a really good piece of advice.
For real. Because people don't. They think, like, oh, I'm this and that. If you got a nasty vibe, bro.
It doesn't matter how talented you are.
I'm good on you. I'm good on you. Yeah, I ain't dealing with that energy. Like, people's not dealing with that. But if you have like, you're likable, you can get way further. You feel what I'm saying? Because there's a genuineness with it. Like, they're gonna, like, I rock with people for genuineness. Like, if you really like me or rock with me because of me, I could rock with you. That's not fake. You really showing genuine love. You feel what I'm saying? The fakeness kind of deters me. Like, it's like, but if you being you, one thing about it is I never slight a person for being themselves. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's who you are. Be who you are. If I don't like it, I don't like it. I don't have to deal with it. That's my choice. Or I could deal with it and delegate with you. I delegate with you. But if I don't like you, and you don't like me, I kind of feel like I could work with you better, because we both know we don't like each other. You know what I'm saying? But if if you saying you like me and you don't like me secretly inside, that's kind of weird, because now it's like, I don't know. I'm thinking from face value, you telling me you rocking with me, but you don't really in your heart. You like, I hate this guy. I don't want. I hope bad for him. You feel what I'm saying? But I want to know that because you're telling me, hey, what's up? How you doing? You dig
The
what I'm saying?
phoniness.
Thank you. I can't do that. That kind of is like, I don't like, even, the industry is fake, but it's like, I know what I'm dealing with. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's just like, when you got, if it's people around you that's like that, that's hard.
That's the worst.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, be more, I love genuine. That's why I rock people that's genuine with me. You be genuine with me, I'm genuine with you. Like, I always be myself, so if you don't like me, you just don't like me. But if you like me, then you like me for me. And that's cool. I like you too, we cool. But it's just like, everybody just, I just don't like, I don't do well with fraudulent stuff.
So outside of music, you also have a clothing line.
Yes, Yayo the Weirdo. It's called Stay in Your Lane Clothing. But basically, I'm going to probably change the AO drop when I get my LLC, because I know it's a lot of other Stay in Your Lane things going on. But yeah, this is my clothing line, but it's on Instagram, Stay in Your Lane Clothing right now. I'm getting the website and all that in order. Give me a little second, but yeah, I got the merch though. You can tap in on my IG, AO_driver, at Stay in Your Lane Clothing. If you want some merch, just tap in with me, DM me, or you see me outside. I may have some pieces, or you tell me what you want, I'll make you up some. You feel what I'm saying? But that's it. I'm trying to get the merch out there as well. We definitely have a lot of that going on.
All right, so now we're going to get into our fun questions.
What's up?
So this is my favorite question because it's kind of divisive.
There she go.
It creates a lot of conversation. So who is your top 5 Hudson Valley artists?
Top 5 Hudson Valley artists. Okay. That's good. All right, I'm going to have to keep it a stack because this is my opinion.
Yeah, it's your top 5. It doesn't have to be any kind of order either.
No. All right, bet. All right. I'm going to say Picasso Don, Minnesota Fats, Tito Montana. I got to put D Webbers up there just because he's consistent no matter what. But Freeways and Trigger, they definitely is in there too. They've been putting in their work. I give them that. Like, you feel me? But as far as like, yeah, that'd be my top 5 right there.
I think that's a solid top 5.
You feel me?
See, I love this question because everybody always gives us different answers.
Yeah.
So it's a good way for people. It kind of becomes a divisive conversation on the internet, but it's a good way for people to hear other people's names.
Yeah, I'm no hater, bro. If you working, you not like, I'm gonna give you that. I'm just going from what I grew up on. Like, my cousins, Menno and Picasso Don, they was like the ones I looked up to in music. So you feel me? They put me on with the music, so that's why I always, be as far as that. Yeah, that would be definitely my top 5. I'll take that. You know what I mean? And I ain't gonna cap. D Webbers, he showed himself over the years. He kept grinding.
He worked so hard. So hard.
And talent. Listen, hard work always beat talent if talent don't work hard.
I always say that. Thank you.
I'm telling you, man, he's definitely.
That
I gotta
is the
give him his flowers
statement.
now, because not for nothing, he showed. Listen, I'm here, and I'm not stopping. So I give him that.
I thought it was gonna be a little crazier than that. Your top 5, but no, that was pretty dead on.
Yeah.
All right, what's your favorite rap beef?
50 and Ja Rule. No. Oh, no. Okay. No, I'm gonna be real. That was the funniest beef for me.
When 50 bought all of Ja Rule's the front row of concert tickets.
Look, I'm gonna keep it. This what really got me, because we was living down south when it happened, right? And this guy, we just met him, right? He was from like Cali or whatever, but he was like, I don't want to call him a groupie, but he loved New York and he loved how we talked, everything. So he was almost like our mascot. So mind you, my people's from Queens. You feel me? I got my family in Queens. You feel what I'm saying? Like, shout out to my cousin Man. Shout out to everybody in Queens. But it was to me like, 50 was picking on him, of course. But the guy is sitting there. He had Ja Rule. Yo, I kid you not. He's so crazy on 50 Cent. He had Ja Rule's like album or something. He comes out the crib. Like, yeah, F Ja Rule, throws the CD. I'm like, yo, what is, we not even, okay, my dude, what are you doing? Like, I still rock with Ja Rule. Like, I liked his music. Ja Rule had bangers. Like, to me, I feel like Clapback was cool, but if he would have just responded with another fire love song that had made #1, he would have killed 50. Instead of trying to be like 50 and go back to, we gon' like, it was cool, but, bro, you was winning. You ain't even have to... Like, that was like, he really got you, bro. Like, he really got you. He beat you.
But you know what it is? 50 Cent has a way of getting under people's skin, and they lose their minds every time.
Because he even got...
And it's just entertainment for us.
Look, then he even got that kiss, like, in them. And it's like, because he ain't like Fat, because they was on the record. Heard you. But that was just like, what? But nah, I said that to say this. My real top beef at all times, pause, Jadakiss and Beanie Sigel.
I heard... I forget on what interview that was like one of those beefs in hip hop that they thought could have turned.
That would have got ugly.
Off wax.
No, I mean, I ain't gonna. I know certain things, you know, because I know certain people, but it was gonna get nasty. Them boys is in them cities, man. It was, but they got through that because it's some real Philly cats that mess with, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, it wasn't really gonna get there because they was real street guys. So it was like, yo, this could really get left. But somebody was the happy medium. Like, nah, that's my man. I know something, like, I don't know exactly what happened, but I just know it didn't really get too crazy. Because now look at them, they cool.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I don't think they really wanted. But you gotta understand, it was almost like the Biggie and Pac thing, if you think about it. Because Beanie and Jay, they were friends. He was a fan. You feel me? So that's why he had to go that hard. Like, I'm not gonna say but that was a good battle because Beanie went crazy. Beanie didn't stop on the beat and he just kept going. It's like, but Beanie's one of them. That's what Philly do. They battle rap. Like, they really do that. Like, back then, like, that's how I got on the Meek Mill and Reed Dollars and all them. Like, that's what really got me. Like, my first battle rap I watched was T-Rex versus Uncasa. And that blew my mind because I'm like, yo, T-Rex went crazy on Uncasa. You feel what I'm saying? But he was prepared. He went crazy. And it was just like, even watching Meek Millie battle the Philly guys and all, like, we young watching this. We had to get that. We created our own type of vibe up here. So it was just like, yeah, that I came from that. So that was really big to me because D-Block is like, that's like, it's like the father of music. Like, I used to listen to them. Like, I'll listen to them before, let me hear what I need to be doing out. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, that was the blueprint of the street. Like, you play some Kids, play some D-Block. Like, my people's from Yonkers. Like, you feel me? So that's all I knew was Yonkers type stuff. Like, you feel me? They really from, you know, and not for nothing, I used to live on Glenwood, and Kiss lives on Warburton, mind you. Glenwood's at the bottom of the hill, and the train station's right there. You walk up to this 2-4, Kiss like crib is right across the street. He's always out there, right there. So anytime as a kid, I would go up there, I would see Kiss on the block, give him a dap, go back to my crib. But it was just like, it's just dope because you see him on TV, but you see him in the hood, like he really is. He's in the hood, paper towel over his head, bat in his hand, like. Real rap, he outside, like he in the store, like you'll see him, like you're like, dang, this is crazy. Like I really just seen him on TV. Now you pop out, he right here. Like, but that's, you feel me? That's where I come from. I'm from over there. We moved up here. I always say, you know, I'm from Poughkeepsie, 845, because that's where I grew up. You feel me? This is where I grew up. This is my.
Yeah, if you've been here since you were 5, you belong to Poughkeepsie.
This is where I'm. Big 845, man. And I feel like it's an untapped market up here. Like, once it really gets like exposed. There's a lot of talent up here. It's a lot of talent up here. Like, it's incredible. But it's just the exposure hasn't been met yet, I feel like.
But I think that's the area's fault. Because people be trying to do things and people don't support it because the egos and the separation. People work against each other. Exactly.
See, me personally, it's music. If your music is hot, it's hot. It's not even if it's hot, it's hot. Period. I don't care I don't care if you was my biggest op. If the music is hot, I'm like, yo, that's fire. That's it. It was fire, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you then, what would you like to see in this area as far as opportunities for artists?
Oh, opportunities for? I would like to see more.
Like, what do you think could help the people that are here that are talented get more exposure without having to travel to the city? Because I agree with you. I think there's plenty of resources up here and there's plenty of talent.
I just feel like ultimately that would mean the city would have to come together, and that's kind of like.
Do you think it's
kind of
possible?
Like I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but it's like that's kind of like far-fetched almost, because a lot of people are not mature enough to even fathom that thought, or they don't even. That's a lot. You feel me? But sometimes it just be hate, and it's just like nobody wants to see somebody else doing better than them. Period. So it's like they don't want to.
But I feel like having that, correct me if I'm wrong, but having that kind of mentality, you block your own blessings.
Yes, that's a negative mindset.
You focus so much negative energy that
I always
you
stay
miss your
optimistic. To me, bro, I don't got no problem with nobody. Like, you got a problem with me, you got a problem. I'm not me per se. I don't care for it. Like, you feel what I'm saying? I'm not going to be saying like, because I don't care for what somebody else is thinking of me. I know what I think of me. I care what, I don't really, it's not for you. I don't care if you like me. I'm not, why would I care if you like me or not? Why?
I think it's just the nature of the business. People all want the same thing, and when you see someone elevate a little bit above you, you want that.
That motivates me. Like, I don't get how people don't get motivated. Like, when I see other people from my city or people that I was around doing things, that actually motivates me to want to do better. Like,
as it should.
You feel me? Like, yo, bro did it. I could do it too. Like, it's not, I'm not hating though. Oh, you see him thinking I never been a hater. I never been that. Like, I can't hate on nobody. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be hating on you. What am I hating? That's what you doing. That's what makes you happy. Like, you gotta do what makes you happy. Like, at the end of the day, you have to do what it's your brain. It's people. I just realized, like, being older, like becoming more mature in life, you realize that.
I think that makes a difference too. Being older and being more mature.
You feel me? As a young kid, because I know I probably would have. As a younger me, I probably would have did some things I shouldn't have did. But, you know, me being older and understanding, like, yo, if I do that, this is what you get. Like, I done seen my friends do that. They doing life bids now. Like, you feel what I'm saying? And why am I going to crash out because I let my emotions get the best of me?
Yeah.
That makes no sense. You feel what I'm saying? That's stupid. Like, and it's like I have things to live for. Like, see, a lot of people, when you young, you feel like you ain't got nothing to live for. It's like, because when I was young, I felt the same way. I didn't know if I was going to see 18. So it's like, you don't know. You just like, anybody play with me, I'm going out. You know what I mean? I got time. You feel me? But when you get signed family, you got kids, you got things you want to live for, or you trying to actually be better in life, you start to think. Some people don't care, but me, as I got older, it's just like, I realized that I have to be a master of my emotions. As I got older, I learned that you can't make me mad. I can only make myself mad. I control my body. Like, I control when I'm getting mad or not. So if I allowed you to make me mad, you won. You've won. I've ultimately lost because I let you get me mad.
That's a fact. All right, so the ladies are having a moment, right? Who's your favorite female rapper?
Oh. Right now?
Yeah.
All right, does it matter up and coming?
Favorite female rapper.
Of all time or just right now?
Right now. You could give all time too. You could do both.
Okay. It's Cardi B right now. Cause I just like her energy.
Absolutely.
You feel what I'm saying? Her energy is great. But prior to that, I would have said Nicki Minaj because she was the only really one kind of holding it. But I like it's some new females out there too that's doing their thing. So it's like, I like Lotto. I think Lotto's dope. Cause she be really rapping, you feel me? And Amaretta. And is it Lady London? I like how she rap. But ultimately, if I had to give it to one of them, I'll give it to Cardi B. Cause I just love how I like her energy and the way she just, you know, the way she got into it. Cause they was doubting her and then she just did it. Like, that's real. And she look at her, ended up crazy. Like,
all right, what's your favorite Poughkeepsie food spot?
Where do I go all the time? All right, Poughkeepsie Spooks. I'm gonna have to go with dang, it was Aunt Connie's, but I don't know whatever Aunt Connie's right now. But shout out to Aunt Connie's. But since she's not up, I'm gonna go with I'll be going to this Jamaican spot over there down by the river. What's it? Sylvia's Jamaican food. I go get that's pretty much my go-to if it's nothing else to really get right with.
What's the name of a song that you rock with that would shock people if they knew you listened to it?
Yeah. I don't know if it's Fall Out Boys or but yo, that's my song. Like I used to be like in the crib, that just vibing with them. Yo, what he said, but I don't know what's in my head. I don't know who sang this though. Like when he be like, "Haven't you guys ever heard of?"
Oh yeah, Panic at the Disco.
Yeah. My son was singing that a lot on Instagram. Just had me die. I'm like, yo, that's too funny. But it's dang, it's gonna come back to me. I can't think of it right now. But it's basically, it was like back in the day, they had like a video on MTV and all that, and it was dope to me. I think Limp Bizkit was in the group. Fred Durst.
Fred Durst, yeah. Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, but what was that was his group. Wasn't he in the group before he was Limp? It wasn't like.
I don't know. I only know him in Limp Bizkit. Yeah.
Limp Bizkit, right?
All right. As a female-fronted radio show, we like to highlight extraordinary women. So, who is a woman that made a major impact in your life?
Maya Angelou, Still I Rise. That poem did something to me. When I read that in school, I was like, yo, that's dope. Still I Rise. Like, I like that. I go with Maya Angelou.
That's dope. I don't think anyone said her before. Yeah. Usually people just rock with like their mom. And you know what I mean? And it's like, that's cool. Like, I get it.
Nah, that's
Shout out
a
to
given.
moms.
Yeah, that's a given.
But it's nice to get different answers,
No,
too.
because I really, like, I was an English, like, my English, I was in all advanced Englishes and stuff like that. So it just was like, when I first read that poem, it just
did something to
me.
you?
Like, it was like, dang.
All right, so do you have any upcoming performances that our listeners should check out?
Not at this moment. I'm not going to cap to you. Not at this moment, but I do have a tape dropping soon.
When's that dropping?
We trying to drop it before the end of this month or top of July.
So real soon.
Yes, real soon. And I just I got a single out too. We just put out. It's called Classical. We just remixed the Millie song with him and Albie and Leaf on there. So it's called Classical. You can look that up. It's out all digital right now. And me and my cousin's tape is called All Gas No Brakes, The Driver and the Dawn. You know what I'm saying? It got some heat on there. Like it's some heat on there. So definitely tap in, tune in for that. You know?
All right, and shout out all your social media so our listeners can find you.
Find me on Facebook, Ayo Driver, IG, Ayo_Driver, and follow my merch page. It's Stay in Your Lane Clothing, and you can find me on all digital platforms. Just look up Ayo Driver. Oh, and big shout out to my single Win. It's out now. It's dope. It's doing its numbers, but I need everybody to tap into that because the video's coming soon. I know y'all been waiting on that too, but yeah, it's called Win. Check it out, all digital platforms. Me and Picasso Don. Shout out to Picasso Don. Shout out to the whole Busy Boys music group. Everybody, all my fans, all my family. Appreciate y'all.
Is there anything else you want to let our listeners know before we head out of here?
Yeah, man, just to always be true to yourself and stay consistent. And no matter what, stay optimistic and positive in life. Because you don't want to be living in a negative light. And that's when you dwell in negative, you're going to stay in negative because you're living in it. You got to get out the negative and stay positive. No matter what's going on, just try to find a positive outlook on life or the situation. And stay consistent, man, and believe in yourself and believe in God.
Welcome back to In the Field Radio. You know what I'm about to do. Make sure you follow In the Field Radio. Write to me. Tell me what you think. Do song requests. You know what I'm saying? Talk to me. Do shout outs. If you write to me in the DMs, I'm going to read it. And I'm going to do what you tell me to do. Boss me around. I like that stuff. At In the Field Radio on everything. All right. I'm about to get out of here. Big thank you and I love you to anybody that's rocking with us. All our loyal listeners. Love you guys. Thanks for chilling with those chicks on Mondays. In the Field Radio 91.3 FM WVKR Poughkeepsie. Have a good night.